Okay, we live now. Yes, I believe the jobless and lazy black male myth. Yeah, I believe it's just that. I believe it's a myth. It's like a stereotype that's going around for several years now that black men are lazy and jobless.
Hmm.
But from what I see black men at their places of work every day. You know, um, I go ride a bus. I see a black male bus driver. I ride a train. I see a black man riding who drives the train. Um, I go to the college campus. I see black men studying with their peers. I go to the grocery store. I see a black man working and stocking the aisles. I work at a temp agency. I worked at several temp agencies, and all the people who work there are like mainly black men. So I see black men working all the time. So to me, it's a myth that black men are just lazy. We're just not out here working.
Hmm.
Like I don't know any black man who doesn't have a form of income, who doesn't work. But every black man I know, I come across at least has a job, doing something with their life, has a trade. People at my church, even.
Hmm. I feel you. I definitely see a similar trend too. That's where I get all these clients from. They got jobs and shit. And if they don't have a job currently, they're trying to get one and they're trying to get a career. You know what I mean? Like we got a couple Negroes out here trying to get into tech and IT. And I'm trying to encourage brothers to do that. And I'm gonna do it too. So, you got a lot of hustlers in our community that are trying to get into multiple areas of income. So this black men don't work and all that stuff is late. It's garbage. It's not true. And we take care of our kids too more than other dudes. So it's a myth. You're right. Still there, bro? Oh, you probably stepped away. Yeah, that shit is a myth. I'll keep it going. Shit is a myth. We really don't do half the stuff these people be saying. Like a lot of times, what it is the media. It's the traditional idea of the black man is a lazy, animalistic brute that's
Yeah,
concerned about sex, all that stuff. So, and that's far from the truth because we're the only real dudes out here that are hardworking, patriotic, have good work ethic, um, disciplined when we can be. Sometimes you got some fucked up behavior out here, but when we put our minds to shit, we usually get the shit done. That's why we're the greatest group of black people on this planet. And we're the greatest black males on this planet. We've produced so many geniuses, so many inventors, so many forerunners and warriors and revolutionaries that it's just uncounted.
yeah, man. All shout out to my ADOS, man.
Salute.
Salute.
Only real ones holding it down. That's some
And why do you think there's a push for like black men to be stereotyped as lazy and jobless? Like, why do you think that that's being pushed?
well, to answer that, one would have to ask, who are enemies of black people or black males and what can black males do to these enemies that scares them so much that they have to push this shit. It's coming from, like Dr. Frances Cress Wilson said in the ISIS papers and her many lectures, it's about the fear of number one, genetic annihilation. Number two is the fear that the black man will do what he did thousands of years ago and run the damn planet because he's that good and that elite as a man that he just stomps the competition whenever given a level playing field. That's what it is. They don't want us to get the edge. That's why they keep trying to tear our organizations down and spit on reparations and do a bunch of stuff like that, sidetrack us and trick us and all this shit. Because they know that niggas, when we put our minds to stuff, black males get things done. We get
Yeah,
things, we do it big.
yeah, it's definitely our image is really there. People are really trying to tarnish our image, and especially like for women, women are very influenceable,
Yeah,
and the powers that be know that, so they go out their way to tarnish our image, so women won't mess with us. And it's women of all races. It's even our own women. They believe this propaganda, this
yep,
false propaganda against black men,
yep.
and it lowers our playing field in the dating arena.
Yeah, it definitely can. It
Yeah,
definitely can. It definitely because they, like I said, they don't want us to breed them out of existence. Because given the chance, even an ADOS man or FBA man who is admixed with a Eurasian of some sort can still outbreed Eurasians and do all that. So they don't want us to change the genetic landscape because we'll do it, and we've proven that we've done it before. Just look at the Moors in Spain. They changed the whole face of Spain, and places like Sicily and other places where they were heavy at, they completely eradicated the natural man there and put in their own systems. That's why they look dark to this.
yeah. That's why they love darker than other Europeans.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And that's why low key, this is an unkept, low key secret. When the European women and whatnot say, "Oh, I want a dark and handsome," they talk about like a Spaniard, and they're not talking about the pre-Moor period Spaniard. They're talking about the post-Moorish Spaniard, which is the dark-haired nigger. Not what do you call it? They call them niggers. They call them what they call them. God damn, I can't remember. The dark hair looking dude with the tan skin, stuff like that, like kind of like an Arab.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
mean, that's very believable that Spain was taken over by black men. I mean, Spain is right next to North Africa, and back in those days, a lot of North Africa was occupied by black Africans.
exactly.
So
Arabs came in and fucked shit up. But yeah, that's facts. That's definitely facts. And the brothers, even back then, even if some of them were tweaking when they were infighting and then fucking with the other groups of women, we still regulated shit. And they don't want that to come back. They really don't want that, which is going to happen anyway, because like Carol Quigley talked about the cycles of civilization, Africa's getting its turn coming up anyway. And so it's going to happen. It's already happening in Europe.
do you
Oh,
want to further explain like the cycles of civilization?
oh yeah, let me touch on what I know. Shouts out to BGS. I learned that shit from that nigga. Well, some of what I know, but pretty much most of the world's how should I put it, impactful, or I'm trying I say the world's hotspot for a lot of the cultures and interactions are in the Mediterranean. So we talking about Central Asia and uh, Western Eurasia, and then Europe, which is Western Eurasia 2.0, and then Africa, specifically North Africa, and like places like Saudi Arabia, which is Western Central Asia. So these places are the hotspot of a lot of activity. You get a lot of activity coming out of that area, that Mediterranean type area. You got the Moors, the Romans, the Alexandrian Greeks, the Hellenes. You got all these other groups of people, the Phoenicians, the Afro-Asiatics, the Kemites, the Nubians, all these people coming out of this area, Spanish, British Empire, all this stuff. So, well, the British isn't Mediterranean, but the Spanish are, the Italians as well. But yeah, these people, you see a trend, a societal trend going on. First, it starts with the most ancient groups of people. Then it moves slowly to the newest. And then it goes right back to the ancient. So it's like it starts in Africa, then it goes around to like Persia and the Babylonians and shit like that. Then it swings to the Greeks and Romans, then the Spanish, which the Spanish represent like white people, even though they're Southern European. Then it comes back around to the Africans. And you can see it's just the way civilization works. I might be doing a poor job of explaining shit, but it kind of works like that, to where it starts where it begins, or it finishes where it starts. I should say that. And it's evidenced as well by the population boom coming out of Africa. Because, like I said, the first civilizations in that area were black, and that's represented by Africa. And then you go from black to mulatto, which is the Arabs, and then going all the way towards white, which is the end of the extreme, and like the pale Eurasian, and then it goes right back to black. Like I said, let me see if I can actually pull it up. Let's see. And this comes from Carol Quigley's book. Here, go right here. I think this is it right here. This is the cycle of society. Wait, this is some other shit. Can I see? Oh, here it goes right here. It starts at like the birthplace of a civilization. This one is talking about Western civilization. So it says birthplace of Western civilization, archaic Greece. Then it goes to growth and maturation. Then the height of the civilization, for instance, Greco-Roman empires like Alexander's empire and the Roman Empire. Then the decline, and then they game over. So they end. That's what this one is saying. But from the ashes of an old empire arises a new empire. And we see that in Africa. The Chinese and other groups of people have been meddling in Africa for long periods of time. And they've left stuff. They've left technologies, they've left systems of government and whatnot. And the Africans will eventually take hold of that stuff, that information, that infrastructure, and build up their own thing and then become the new dominant force. Not only because they have the numbers, but they've also been helped along and jump started with this, even though they've been held back. So it's real deep. Let's see if I got another one. Here goes right here. This is a cycle of society. This is something else. But yeah, that's pretty much what I can describe on that.
But so, why do you think the black man loses power? Like sometimes. I mean, why do we? Are we like too accepting to foreigners, or like, do we have too much traitors that, or like, what's the reason that like the black man like throughout history has lost power?
Well, it's a couple of factors. Two of the ones you just named are number one and two. We're too accepting, and we also have an issue with cooning and people who don't value the integrity of our society. Then on top of that, with some of the West African civilizations, you have the women getting out of control, which is another aspect. Then on top of that, you get just normal things with society, like there's a drought, so there's an economic downfall, but it was poor timing. And now the European is at your doorstep and he's banging on the door and you can't fight because you're going through a drought or a civil war or something like that. Poor timing has to do with this stuff as well. And you know, like bad luck. So it's a bunch of things, but mainly it's because either niggas lose the direction and they end up infighting too much and get distracted, or it's because of some traitor of some kind, in my opinion. Like you had the king of, I think it was some West African country. I'm not sure if it was Nigeria, but he wrote to King George talking about, oh, we're the same, we're brothers. The England is my brother and all this shit. And this dude was committing atrocities in his country, and he let the British come in and steal his people and sell them into slavery. You know.
And when was this? Like
1700s, 1600s, like late 1600s,
okay.
early 1700s. Let me see if I can find this nigga. Hold on.
But yeah, this time around, when the black man does get power, it's going to be led by Ados, man. I truly believe.
I genuinely hope so, because we're the only ones that can do it right.
Yeah. I mean, we're equipped with an alpha man.
Yep.
That's why society's against us, specifically against Ados, man.
Exactly. We're the best. Just hands down.
Like, and I noticed as I got older, I noticed like there's a difference between being perceived as like an Ados man and being perceived as an African man. Like people in the past have said it. Like I've seen YouTube videos who said that before. Like there's a difference between being perceived as a Black American man and an African man, but I didn't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
But as I got older, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I see what that person was speaking about. Like there's a specific beef against Black American men. If you don't look like you're a Black American man, then the beef isn't against you fully. You know, you're not the number one threat.
Yeah, we do have a certain look. That's because
we have a people can tell the difference between a Black American and an African man. Like, trust me. Like, and I found this out at one of my jobs.
Mm-hmm.
These Mexican women worked at my job, and they knew I was African. They knew about my name and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
They used to work behind the desk, and they immediately said, "Which one of your parents are from Africa or Nigeria?" They immediately saw me and knew that I wasn't no full-blooded African dude. And these were Mexican women. So people could definitely tell the difference.
Yeah. Because I think it is like this. I think this is the answer. Black Americans come from like hundreds of different tribes.
Yeah.
And from America as well. So when those tribes mix, you get a certain look. Like there's a lot of different looking Negroes in America, but we still have certain commonalities that we share that we may or may not share with African groups. And then on top of that, you got to look at it like this. What groups of what tribes of Africans are these people seeing that they think we all look us the same? Like what I'm getting is like this. Most people, when they think of West Africans, they think of either Ghanaians or Nigerians. And then when you look at Nigeria and Ghana, there's like 20 different tribes in one area.
Yeah.
And they look different.
Nigerian Ghanaians look different, and different parts of Nigeria look different.
Exactly. And they don't know that because they're not exposed to it. So they think, oh, West Africans are all round-faced and dark-skinned. That's not necessarily true.
Like the Nigerians from my father's area, they're not like super African looking. They look like normal Black people almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what tribe is your pops from? Ifula or Igbo?
He's falls under the Igbo umbrella.
Okay.
He's really specifically from the Ikwani people.
Okay.
They're like an Igboid people.
Okay.
And he's Urhobo also.
Oh,
that's a whole different tribe, separate from Igbo.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
He comes from that area, that region.
Yeah, you got a home to fall back on, bro, if this shit don't work out here. Because it's crazy out here, but
well, I believe all Black people have a home is Africa though. Like,
yeah, we gotta find what do you call it? I mean, like what I meant by that is like you can actually go on and talk to.
Yeah. I feel you.
Yeah, we ain't.
But for y'all brothers and sisters, y'all welcome too. So
I hope the sentiment is shared because I ain't seeing no right of return coming out of some of these places.
um, I think they have love for Black Americans. Really, to be honest,
I just hope we can get some kind of aid.
it's
Like
funny though. Black
uh,
American men, we're more loved around the world than we are in the United States.
that's definitely true. That's definitely true. That's yeah, pretty much like because our accomplishment
Yo,
world known.
you there, bro?
You can't hear me? Can you hear me? Yo, yo, hello. Oh shit! I think Chicago got dropped. Fuck. I'm gonna wait for him to come through. I'm not sure if I should talk. Shit. I guess I might as well talk. Um. Oh, you good? It's working.
But yeah, I remember the other day we were having a conversation. We
Uh.
were talking about like the difference between ADOS men and African men and how we're perceived.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, maybe we're a different vibration, like naturally,
Yeah, I think that might
because
be.
like we look different. We have a different je ne sais quoi about ourselves. We walk differently. We have a different swagger. It's like,
Yeah, I think you might.
although we're the same people though, but there's like it's distinct. We're distinct at the same time.
Yeah, we're the same. Generally, we're the same race, but our ethnicity, growing up in this stolen land and shit, has shaped us differently than it has others.
This is why I like to compare us. I like to say the difference between ADOS man and like African men is like classical regular hip hop compared to like gangster rap.
Hmm.
ADOS man, we're gangster rap. I mean, we're technically gangster rap is technically the same genre as regular hip hop, but at this same time, it's kind of its own genre at the same time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it took hip hop to a whole different level. Just like how ADOS man, we're gonna take the black race to a whole different level.
That's.
And gangster rap ended up being the face of hip hop. And ADOS man, we're gonna be the face of African people throughout the whole world eventually.
I think we pretty much are now,
Yeah.
because we've been the only ones that have upheld Pan Africanism, pretty much.
And it's crazy. We're the only people who see ourselves as black first. We're the
Pretty.
only black people as a collective who see ourselves as black first. In Africa, they see themselves as their ethnic group first.
Yep.
Jamaicans, they see themselves as Jamaican first. But in America, majority of black men, we don't see ourselves as American first. We see us as black first. And it's crazy how that is, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it sure is.
It means we're designated leaders.
Yeah, it does.
Designated leaders. Well,
Forced into this shit. We have to stick together like that because this country is just so evil
it
that
is, bro. I be experiencing it.
Yeah, it's just sick, man. It's a sick place.
And this society singles out, it's certain black men who this society really like singles out,
Oh,
bro. And I'm one of them, bro. I know I'm one of them.
I definitely feel you on that. 'Cause they be targeting my ass all the time. Shit.
Yeah, I've been targeted since I was little by people.
I think what they can do is they can sense your effectiveness or your potential effectiveness, and they're like, "Nah, we got to nip this in the bud."
Yeah, they can, bro. Did you see my video about like the warrior class of black men?
Is it new or is it old?
It's new.
Nah, I ain't
I,
seen it yet.
you go watch it. I kind of talk about like people.
Mm-hmm.
People know. People could sense certain black men's energy, their spirit, their aura,
Mm.
and people can see certain things in certain black men. I believe it's deeper than what most people think.
Mm.
And I believe it starts even when we're little. People can sense potential in certain black men when we're little, and that's when the war against us starts. Really, our schoolmates can see it, our teachers can see it. Yeah, and that's starting at a young age. Like people can always see black men's potential.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with that. Post a link to your channel in the chat real quick because I can't find it for some reason, so I can like promote it. I thought I already had it.
If I leave this browser,
Uh huh.
I don't want to keep getting kicked out the stream
Oh,
now. Yeah,
never mind, bro. It's all good. I'll find it
because I
later.
might do that. Yeah,
Oh no, I'll find it later. But yeah, I feel you though. It's like they know who, especially
yeah,
high level people. They know because they be in that and into the esoteric type shit. So they
yeah. It, bro, it's like a whole spiritual plight against certain black men, bro. Like it goes deep. I believe it goes deep, bro. It's a spiritual war that's going on out here, bro.
yeah. So you gotta
It's
watch.
it's more than just race. I know it's more than just race. It's a whole spiritual war out here, bro.
Yeah, there's a lot of things people don't understand that go on. I feel that because not every Negro is destined to be a leader. So they know who to go after.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm meant to be a leader, but it kind of looks like that, bro.
Usually the people who are the most beset are either prophets or leaders.
Cause I've been attacked since I was little, like since I was little, bro. It's been happening, bro.
Yeah, I think that's either a sign you meant to be a leader or some kind of prophet or some shit. Or a speaker.
Yeah, it's something. I'm meant to be something, bro. It's definitely my experience. It's definitely haven't been normal at all, bro. And it's kind of hard to I can't really fully explain it with words.
I'm the same way.
I just know I've been opposed since I was little. Opposed by people.
That's facts. That's definitely facts. I sympathize.
Yeah.
For instance, one time I almost caught a hate crime. For
I mean, what happened?
you said what?
What happened?
Oh, I was in seventh grade because I went to a different grade school than most of the people, and I didn't go to Irving or Julie and all that shit. I went to a different place. But I was on the playground. This was like 2008, 2009, some shit like that. like right around when Obama was getting elected.
Yeah, '08. Yeah, it had to be
Yeah,
'08, '09, something like
yeah,
that.
08, 09. It could have been '07 before he got elected and before he was running, but I don't remember. Anyway, it was like seventh or eighth grade, and I was playing on the playground. Too big, I was too fucking grown to be playing out there, but I was playing out there, and you know, everybody else was playing out there because they don't really have no activities for the older kids. So we all had to go out where the younger kids went out. And I found myself, being alone for some reason. And the gay kid approached me like he's a gay mulatto. I don't want to get your stream taken down, so I use the other words. He was an alphabet mulatto dude. Yeah, because they took my shit down because of that, man. But anyway, he was an alphabet mulatto dude, and he's talking about, he's trying to get real friendly. I'm like, okay, dude, slow down. Then the alphabet dude grabbed my genitalia, and I swung at him and called him the F word, and it brought this whole brawl between me and him where I was calling him all them names. We was fighting and tussling. The teachers finally came in and broke it up. I went to class like nothing happened. He went to class. Then I get called in the principal's office, and the white teacher has like two lazy eyes, which is unheard of. The bitch had two cross-eyed. I'll never forget that shit. She came in there and sat me down and called my mother. And then he came in with his white mother. And because he was half black, half white. He came in there and then she said, oh, well, they're not going to press charges because you should apologize or some shit like that. And I told him, I said, I didn't do nothing wrong. Why do I have to apologize? He said, well, you called him this. And I said, well, he tried to grope me and do all this shit. He was older than me. He tried to grope me and do all this shit. And they said, well, if you just apologize, then we'll just let it go. We'll drop all the charges. And my mother said, charges? What charges? She probably don't remember this shit because I talked to her about it and she don't remember all the details, but she remembers something happening. Because I had a hectic middle school. That shit was crazy. But anyway, so I almost caught a hate crime because when they say charges, they talking about a hate crime for discrimination against a alphabet person. I was
Yeah.
do time as a kid for a hate crime, bro. But I apologized and got it cleared up and we moved on. But I never forgot that, and that's where I get my, one of the places where I get my dislike of alphabet people from is because of that. And they treat us like the alphabet gay community, bro. They treat us like garbage. I seen how they treat the brothers in the community, in their community.
I mean, I don't even. I
I,
don't even really pay attention to that community like that. But
yeah, you lucky. They be coming after me.
oh yeah, don't be coming after me. God,
You,
thank
you,
God.
yeah, you
Don't
got
be coming. Don't be fucking with me.
yeah, bro. You lucky because they be on that shit. It's not as bad as it used to be, but they still be on that shit. Like Tinder, nigga. That's why I don't use that shit, man. I was talking to one of the homies. He said, they got a whole bunch of trannies trying to trap niggas on that motherfucker. It's bad out here, bro. Like, but so
Bro, yeah, never mind. It's a whole lot of funny looking women around here. And I'm always have my guard up. It's like, is that a woman? That a dude? Like, what the fuck?
I'm telling you, bro.
I don't be, yeah, that's why I don't be talking to a lot of people.
Yeah, it's rough out here, bro. Cause either she's just an ugly strag or it's a dude.
Yeah, that's why, yeah.
Yeah, bro. It's like, oh, nigga, like I'm good on that shit. I'm not trying to get your stream taken down. That's why I'm trying
Oh,
to.
yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
all good.
yeah, YouTube be on that fuck shit. But yeah, so you definitely right, bro. Like there's just so many problems and it's gonna get worse with this automation, bro.
Yeah,
So
all the jobs are going to be taken. But when do you think, I mean, BGS was talking about it's going to happen in the next 10, 15 years.
I think it's more like 3 or 4, to be honest. I think he said that shit too.
He said like whole bunch majority of people gonna have their jobs taken.
Yeah, like 90%.
Wow, and that happens, then it's gonna just be chaos.
Yeah, it probably will happen because they don't got no solutions.
That's
Because
crazy. I mean, be prepared for the worst.
facts, bro.
To be honest, I'm trying to like leave this country, but yeah,
That's the move right there.
yeah, man, this that's not the country for me, to be honest, man.
You might find better women too,
Yeah,
but you should go if you're going to go to like other places and shit. You got to bring the bag. So just in case you can move out there how you need to, so you don't get fucked up out there.
yeah. I'm gonna like pick up a trade or something.
That's facts.
Then I'm gonna hop overseas.
Yeah, that's the move.
Like you have to be skilled, especially if you want to move to Africa. Like it's best for you to have some type of skill they can use.
Exactly. I mean, how tight are you with your pops peoples over there?
Um, we speak all the time. I mean, before my pops got sick, I didn't have a relationship with them.
Uh,
But after he got sick, we've been talking on a regular basis. We speak all the time.
that's the move right there. I think that might
Yeah,
be the best thing for you. Like like escape this shit.
yeah, I want to escape, bro.
Yeah, man, because these hoes is crazy. Then the economy's finna crash. A whole bunch of shit.
This society is crazy.
Facts.
This generation of black men don't have it easy at all. I mean,
I'm telling
we didn't face the blatant racism as the past,
you.
but still, it's bad. It's just in a different form.
Yeah.
It's just more discreet.
Mm-hmm.
And when things are more discreet, it's more demonic, actually, because you got to go about it in different ways.
Mm. That's a good point. And then on top of that, we might actually have a civil war between like the two white groups of people, and niggas gonna get dragged into that shit.
What do you mean, like two white groups?
You got the like the so-called left and the so-called right, even though they're the same shit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, even though they're the same shit, they gonna be fighting each other because they out here beating each other's ass, doing all types of shit. It's getting bad, man. Like America's gonna be a hellhole, bro. This bitch gonna be
bro.
crazy.
I was speaking. Well, some stuff. I'm not gonna say this on YouTube actually,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but yeah, I'm not gonna say that on YouTube.
I feel you, bro.
Yeah, because the people do be watching this stuff.
Yeah, they do. Facts.
Bro, I told you about how BGS
Mm-hmm.
when his
Oh
cable
yeah,
wire got cut off like the second time.
yeah.
Someone went to his house and cut off his cable wire.
They definitely gunning from our bands, bro. And that
But
can.
for me, I don't.
Uh huh.
I mean, I would care actually, but me, I have like this warrior spirit, bro. I gotta speak out against the system, bro.
I feel you.
I just have to, bro. It's in my spirit. It's in my spirit.
I'm the same way. I'm
Like
definitely.
even if I got threatened, bro, I'll still speak up. It's like no one can shut me up. Tupac was that type of dude too. Tupac had a warrior spirit also.
Yeah.
He definitely had a warrior spirit.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, people can do anything and say anything to you. And that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, I think that ties in with what you said earlier. Like, they can sense who has that warrior energy.
Yes, it's an energy, bro.
Yeah, man.
definitely like,
Mm-hmm.
bro, like my experience is every job I go to, like people treat me strange, or some of the managers be on bullshit with me, or I'll make one little mistake and people act like it's the end of the world.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's just like, bro, like this society really tries to attack certain black men, bro. And people know which black men to fuck with, which black men not to fuck with. Cause I remember, bro, I was working at this temp agency with this another brother, right? Me
Mm-hmm.
and him are doing the exact same job, the exact same way. The Mexican lady come and fuck with me, but didn't say shit to the other black guy who's working there. But she come to fuck with me.
Mm.
So I immediately knew then when that happened, I'm like, okay, it's certain black men who people really have an issue with. She didn't say not one word to him, like to criticize how he's working. But to me, every little thing she was trying to criticize, critique. I was like, how come you're not saying anything to him though? He's doing the exact same work, the exact same method of
Mm.
work as me, but she didn't say anything to him. She was just attacking me, all up on my nuts and shit. Then I was like, okay, it's certain black men who people have issues. I mean, it's all black men, but it's certain black men, really.
Yeah. There's certain ones they single out.
Yeah,
Yeah, I believe that. I 100% think you accurate on that one. Cause like they know who to target, they know who's gonna do stuff. Cause
yeah.
it's called the mark of destiny. That's what it's called in the tiger spirit.
You want to explain that?
The mark of destiny is like this esoteric calling card. It's almost like you're a James Bond type. Like you're a special figure. Like for example, all great leaders have it. Genghis Khan or Temujin, as he was
And
known.
you could tell they have it. Is it like an it factor?
Yeah, it's like the It Factor.
I believe Tupac had that it factor.
Yeah, Tupac had it, but Tupac got in too much shit.
Yeah, like I can look at Tupac.
And you could tell.
I could tell there's something was special about him just by looking
Exactly.
at him,
Yeah.
especially before he passed. His
Yeah.
it factor got stronger. You know the Machiavelli Tupac.
Yeah.
You can compare a picture of the before Machiavelli Tupac and the Machiavelli Tupac, and you can just see, just look at it. His presence is just stronger. That it factor of that Machiavelli Tupac was at its height, at its peak before he passed away.
Yeah, he was improving on himself. And
Yeah, and you can just look at him until like he was at his peak.
yeah.
That it factor was at its peak. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's how it be. Like with cats like Alexander the Great, Ramesses, uh, Imhotep,
Bro,
Ursa,
I
all them people.
I noticed it wasn't like this a few years ago. Everywhere I go now, I draw attention.
Maybe you're being awakened.
I draw attention, and I can always feel people's energy being geared towards me.
Mm.
Even when I see someone who didn't even notice me, they haven't even seen me in the vicinity yet, I can still feel their energy is like stuck to mine. And it's like, wow. And I wasn't feeling this at all a few years ago.
Mm.
So maybe it's a part of what you've been talking about. I don't know. I'm
I
just trying
think
to
it's
make
a
sense
mix.
of it.
I think it's a mix of things, but you
Yeah.
definitely. I see what you're talking about, bro. Like it's that it factor, man, and it gets more developed the older you get.
Yeah, the older you get, that might be one of the reasons I have trouble with black women.
It might be.
Yeah, because, bro, they just have this issue with me. But I'm always on their radar, though. That's a funny thing.
Do you think it's just Black American chicks or Black chicks in general? And what like class of Black chicks?
Um, is it Black American chicks or Black chicks in general? It's mainly Black American women.
Hmm.
It could be some African women too, but not as bad. No, it's mainly Black American women who have an issue with me.
Hmm.
I mean, I had some funny experiences with African women,
Hmm.
but it's not the same type of experiences I have with Black American women. It's like a whole different level of Black American women. And from my experience, it'd be the normal sisters, normal everyday sisters,
Hmm.
or BGS might say the 87 octanes or whatever.
I mean, those bitches is ratchet anyway. So,
Yeah.
so I feel what you're saying though. Maybe you might have to change the strata of Black American females you talk to.
I mean, those are like 95% of the. Those are like 95% of our sisters.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate. Yeah, that's
I
that.
mean, yeah, you'll have to go out your way to find you a 92 octane sister.
You got to be balling or on a certain level too.
Yeah, and for some reason,
Hmm.
those upper class Black women are less sexually attractive.
What do you mean?
Like whenever I see upper class Black women, they don't have that same sexiness. I don't know why they just don't.
I think I know why. Because I think I know why. Well, you
Why?
friend need to detox from them ratchet bitches, bro. Because
I don't even like ratchet bitches like that. I don't
nah,
like
bro,
super ratchet girls.
it's just the energy. That's what I'm saying. It's like the real grit. You like
I
the
like
real
regular.
gritty.
I like regular Black girls.
That's what I mean, though. They got the edge on them. Is
They
that
got the edge and they got the best bodies.
that's what I'm saying, though. It's like that edge. Cause
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Though.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Cause there's some chicks out there that are in a higher strata.
like you don't gotta be super ratchet. I mean, but regular Black girls just have this edge, a little edge about them that just je ne sais quoi about them that I'm attracted to.
You the Klingon. See, that's what you're a Klingon. Welcome to the Klingon Confederacy, my nigga.
What's the Klingon Confederacy?
This BGS talk about that shit real heavy. Uh,
What?
the the Klingon females are very warlike. They got an edge on them. They're very fiery, and we as Black men like that shit. We like a fiery female because we think enough like a calm little chick is boring. A lot of us because we're so used to that fiery type of chick. And I know exactly what you're talking about because I like the same shit, nigga. I know exactly what you're talking about, bro.
Bro, like I don't know, like yeah, like the upper tier, upper class Black women, they don't have. I'm not as. They don't have that sexual attraction that I'm attracted to. Like, oh, I mean, some of them do, but a lot of them don't.
Yeah, it really depends on where they raised. Because if they like raised like to be the Valley Girl Black chicks, I don't like those. I feel you
Yeah, the Valley Girl Black chicks, I'm not sexually attracted to those type of Black women.
at all because they're
Yeah,
culturally like white people.
something about them just is turning me off.
Yeah, I'm not with it. I like to
I
hear.
like Black girls who act Black. God, I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be like when I say act Black, you don't have to be ghetto,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you know what I mean.
yeah, a little down, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel you got a little slang in your twang, you know, got a little tail on that whale too, you know.
yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Charles Faulkner for that one. But yeah, That's facts, bro. Like, I like the same shit too. I like tomboys too, to be honest.
I don't like tomboy.
Oh
But it's
man,
all good.
you don't know what's happening, bro. Come on, bro. Don't do me like that, nigga.
I don't know about these tomboys, but
Yeah. Maybe that's just nigga T, because I be attracting ratchets like 85s, 87. I attract all of them, but
bro, the 85, 87, they got beef with me, bro. Those
yeah,
women have beef with me.
that's so,
Maybe because I come off, I don't know how I'll come off though. Cause I don't really know. Like
what we
10 different people will have a
uh-huh.
totally different opinion on me. I'm that type of dude. Like I'm not the type of dude people can really put in a box.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of have a hard time knowing sometimes like how do other people perceive me.
Hmm.
Some people might see me as a hood dude. Some people might see me as a regular dude. Some people might see me as an upper class dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like people have like a wide range of perception about me. So I don't really truly know how. But I think 85, 87s, they think I'm like that goody type of black man for some reason.
I think that's where you're getting a lot of pushback from.
Yeah, I think that's the reason. Because I've heard, even from other races of women who are like lower class,
Mm-hmm.
I heard them say, "Oh, you look like a good guy."
What is a good guy?
I don't ask them. A black man who don't come off as a hood nigga.
Hmm. Hmm. That's deep.
You look like a good guy. And I've gotten that before.
Hmm. That's interesting.
I think that's maybe one of the reasons I always get there. Do you work? Do you go to school?
I think you might be onto something.
I may not be like this.
Uh-huh.
Some people might not view me as a stereotypical black man. I'm not sure.
I think that's probably it. I think that and it ties into that mark.
Oh, and some black women I've heard they think that I'm weird. I've gotten that before, a couple times actually.
How so?
I've heard women just call me weird.
Did they give a reason?
Now they ain't give me no reason, but I've heard even through the grapevine. She said I have some of my homies tell me that that girl said that she thinks you're weird, and like ain't nothing weird about me. I'm like okay, whatever.
Like, does she mean weird in a quirky way or weird in a creepy way?
I don't know. Weird is weird though, so I don't think it really matters.
I mean, it
That's,
kind of does because it's like quirky is a little bit. Oh, he like anime or he like Dragon Ball Z or some shit. Creepy is like, oh damn, that nigga, he's weird to me. He look like a serial killer type shit.
I don't know. It could have been. I don't know which one. Could have been the serial killer one. I don't know.
Damn. Then I don't know what to say. I mean, like, was she like an eight? Are the
But
chick?
I definitely don't come off. I don't think I come off as that type of dude either, though.
Hmm. Are the chicks that are saying that you're weird like 85s and 87s and shit?
Yes, they're 87s, bro.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because they're used to a different class of dude.
Yeah,
And when you come around, it's like
that might be my issue with black women. To be honest,
I think that's part of it.
yeah, I think it's a big part of it, bro.
Yeah, you might have to.
I'm just not congruent with them, with the type of black man that they're used to.
Yeah, that's that
That
would.
could be the issue. But I really don't see myself as being that different, though.
They can tell.
Well, yeah, black women can tell,
Yeah, they can.
especially when for some reason, when you're a dark skinned black man,
Mhm.
we're judged so harshly that when we're a little different,
Yeah,
we're a lot different.
I hear what you're saying.
A light skinned dude could be a little different. but they're not judged as harshly. The
Yeah.
black woman not gonna see him like that. But when you're a dark skinned dude who's a little different, they see that as being a lot different.
Yeah. That's the slave mind and the colorism and all that shit that women practice. Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, I've had some other experiences with black women.
Uh-huh.
It's this weird thing. It's okay, I'll speak to the black woman at my job.
Mm-hmm.
I told her I live by myself.
Okay.
And the conversation went on. She said she could tell I didn't only grow up in Chicago, woo woo. She said I remind her of her nephew who was a good kid. I'm like, okay, I know how this woman tried to perceive me. Then I told her I live by myself. Then she was like, are you safe by yourself? Are you living safe by yourself?
What the fuck?
It's like, yeah, it's like some people be trying to pull like this little blackboard routine on me. I don't know.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like I don't know. Some of our sisters might not view like a black man who's not a hood nigga as being manly enough. I don't know
I
if
think
that's the case.
I think you're right.
Cause like a few times people be trying to run that little blackboard routine on me. I mean, few different people try to run it on me for different reasons. But
Mm-hmm.
I notice though, as I get older, I get this little blackboard routine more than I did before. Oh, who do you live with? That strange thing. Okay, I'm a grown man. Why can't I live by myself? Why is it so much of a surprise if I live by myself? And these nurses, who are nurses of my pops, they really exposed me to a lot. It's like I didn't know like people really perceive like grown black men as being little boys. Like this is new to me.
Yeah, that's how they.
This is new to me, bro.
Yeah, that's how they see us. Like brother Harvey Superboy mentioned this shit a while ago. When we're young, we're men, but when we're old, we're little boys.
Like this is new to me, and like it's it's been getting under my skin like this past year or so, bro. Like I don't like the fact that I'm old enough to be married with children, and you talk to me like I'm some damn 16-year-old kid, bro. I don't like that idea at all. Then the nurses would be saying to me, "Are you the only child? Are you the only one taking care of your dad?" I'm like, why does that matter? Like, aren't I a grown ass man? It's like, then I tell them my age. They're like, oh, you're so young. I'm like, am I really that young? Really? I mean, I am young, technically. 30 years old is young.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people just, I don't know, they have an issue with black men being a man. Like straight up issue. Like with black people have like this straight up issue with black manhood that they want you to be an adolescent forever.
I agree.
It's
Well,
like it's weird and it's kind of shocking. Like I didn't know it was like this until like my father. Actually, I knew it was like this before my father got sick, but I didn't really see it until he got sick. Like I told my father about this, like how society sees black men as being little boys,
mm-hmm.
but I didn't really experience it like that until he got sick in the hospital. Like how the nurses were speaking to me.
Mm.
I had a few couple of nurses call me, like literally call me boy.
Yeah, if you in your 30s, bro, they shouldn't call you no boy. They shouldn't call you no boy when you like 25 or nothing.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Then I'm walking out of my dad's room, and the way the nurse, okay, let me tell you the story.
Uh,
I was talking to the nurse over the phone with my pops at my job the day prior. she sees me in the room. She saw me. She automatically thought the person over the phone was a different person. And I was thinking, oh, okay, here comes the little black boy shit. Because I pay attention to little subtle stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Okay, she automatically think it was me because she saw me. I'm a young black man, whatever. She assumes that I'm a little black boy who can't handle responsibility, whatever. Then okay, I walk out the nursing room like 20 minutes later. I mean, my dad's room. Then the way she's like, oh, he's so tall. And she said it like I'm some little kid.
Mm.
I'm like, okay, she's on that little black boy shit. Like
The-
me, I pay attention to little stuff like that. Like I'm very aware of how people talk to me, what they say, how they say it.
Okay. Are these like black female nurses or just any type of nurse?
A lot of these nurses are white nurses who be on that.
Yep, that makes sense. Yep.
The one day when my father, he was real sick, right? I was speaking to his doctor. Then she was like, oh, he's so young. And I told her my age. He was like, oh, yeah, you're still young. Woo, don't care, whatever, bro. Like, people really have a desire for a black man to be a little boy. Like, I didn't know it until now.
Yeah, they
I
definitely.
didn't know it was that bad.
If we're stuck in a permanent child mode, then that means they can do anything they want with us.
Yeah, like, people want. I wonder, like, is this a subconscious thing?
I think it is.
Like, how do you view a grown man as a boy? Like, I don't understand that mentality. Like, you see someone who's visibly an adult, but you perceive him as being a child. Like, how
I
does
think
that
it's,
work? How does
I think
that
it's a
work?
carryover from slavery, like that
Yeah,
paternalistic shit. I think it might be that, especially if it's a white person doing it.
can you repeat that?
Oh, I think it's like carryover from slavery, like that paternalistic shit, especially if it's a white person.
Black women do it too sometimes.
Well, we got to understand that sisters were in
Yeah,
charge of the plantation by massa. So they view themselves as a part of the managing class and aside from us or apart from us, they view themselves as honorary white women, most of them.
then bro, even my past, I told you like how people like to be critical of my whereabouts and stuff.
Uh huh.
My minister, he does fellowship. Yeah, I don't want to say where we went to school to, but yeah, you know the school we went to,
Yeah.
the community college we went to. He does like he finds students to read the Bible with and all that stuff. He saw me, right? Then he did the little black boy routine. Like, oh, do you have class here? Or, you know that routine, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, wow. I mean, why do people need to be critical of a grown man's whereabouts? Like, this is all new to me. Like, wow, it's funny though.
Yeah, that's how they be out here, man. Like, we just got to keep pushing and doing what we do, and our actions will change
Yeah,
perception and then we can start affecting policy and a bunch of shit. So that's all we can pretty much do because we can't change their minds.
yeah.
Change their minds.
That should just be irking me. That little boy routine, that's irks me a lot. I'm like, gonna say that irks me a lot.
It
It's disrespectful to the
is,
10th degree. It's disrespectful.
especially if they keep doing it and they know you don't like it. But shit, man, we
If
have.
someone try to pull it out my pops, he's the type he'll go off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he don't tolerate disrespect. He was that type of person.
I feel you. Rest in peace to the brother, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, he's not passed yet, but
Yeah. You know what I mean.
yeah, he's basically is, to be honest. But I don't want to talk about it too.
Yeah, no
But yeah.
problem. But we had a productive conversation. Brother, I gotta sleep. It's like 11. And I gotta get up early to do some shit.
All right, man.
But this was lit.
Yeah, this was a good broadcast.
Yep.
Well, I'm finna end it right now.
You ain't got no closing words?
Nah.
It's all good, bro.
All right, man.
All right, peace.